Hello everyone, meteorologist Jordan Derensberg here. I hope everyone has had a tremendous week. I know this week has been straight up wildin' for all sorts of reasons. I'm not going to get into those, but what we are going to go over is our Saturday forecast. And Saturday's forecast does look to be a bit on the drier side, also a little bit humid as well. We're going to talk a little bit more about all of this in just a few moments. But right now, I'm going to show everybody exactly as we head to the wall, which of the 12 Texas seasons we are in, because pretty much a lot of people talk about these 12 Texas seasons, and it shows up on memes and everything because of the accuracy at which this is showing. So we didn't really get Hades' front porch this year. We've only had 20 triple-digit days compared to the 32 that we had last year, and the hottest temperature was 104 so far this year. So really, we didn't really have any real issues with that, but we had a false fall earlier this past week, and now we're in second summer. So this is where we're at as far as our 12 Texas seasons. We'll have actual fall, not necessarily for another month and a half. Here's a quick look. This is over the Dell Diamond from our Kalahari Resorts and Conventions weather camera. Lower 70s, Camp Mabry, mid 60s at the Austin airport. But right now we do have mostly upper 60s, lower 70s. So in a sense, it's kind of cooler in some spots than where we were yesterday. It's not necessarily as humid. There is a bit of a westerly component of the wind, but otherwise winds are really on the calmer end as well. Actually, the warmest spot this morning is Georgetown and not Camp Mabry, although we do have a couple of other 70s in Luling as well as Burnet, as well as Johnson City. But really, we're in the upper 60s for a lot of areas, so it should be a pleasant start to your Saturday morning and your tailgating for those Longhorns as they embarrass their little brother from the University of Texas El Paso and have him home crying because he got bullied by the Horns. But anyways, lower 90s with a southeasterly breeze. By the time we get to kickoff, we could maybe have a brief sprinkle here or there like what happened with San Jose State, but I'm not really banking on that at all. I have highs getting to the mid 90s. I have 94 officially. But as we head through your Sunday morning, we are looking at clouds that are going to start to build in, and we are going to be a little bit more on that humid side. Now here's your forecast for that game. Kickoff is at 3:15 from DKR, and we expect to be around 93 and then eventually 94 by the time the Longhorn Band takes the field at halftime and by the end of the game as well. Longhorn City Limits is going to be fun. My guy Big Boy is going to be performing as well. But if you're watching us on KVU Plus from Arizona early this morning, by the way, power to y'all because it's 5:12 in the morning out there right now. We're looking at mid 90s at kickoff later on this evening, 9:30 p.m. Central Time. That's 7:30 out there in Arizona. And the Sun Devils will be the opponents for the Bobcats. Hopefully the Bobcats successfully eat them up for the second straight week on the road. We are going to be clear, but again, still going to be on the hot side, but it's more of a dry heat out there in Arizona as per usual. A couple of other games that we're going to talk about with your forecast for today. Baylor, they are taking on Samford in their money game. It is a southeasterly wind at around 5 to 10 miles an hour at McLean Stadium. That's going to be an 11 a.m. kick, so I know some of you guys, if you're a Baylor fan, you're probably waking up super early, getting on that road to head on to McLean Stadium in Waco, but also the Fighting Texas Aggies. They are in South Bend, Indiana. I heard the Aggie War Hymn was played at Wrigley yesterday. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. If you're watching us on KVU Plus from Northern Indiana or even in Chicago, we are looking at mid 70s for you guys, partly cloudy skies at kickoff, which is at 7:30 p.m. Eastern on your Saturday evening. Now, as we take a look at your upper level forecast, we still have that area of high pressure dominating the central third of the country. And then that area of high pressure is going to move on off to the north and east. And we're going to get a good little sneak in of some humidity. And that could result in maybe a few light showers. I've actually upped our shower chance, but only to 20%, but still a shower chance nonetheless. But look at this. We have another area of high pressure that comes on in. By the time we get to your Thursday afternoon, humidity is going to drop once again. And by the time we get to around Wednesday and Thursday, that's going to be where we have zero rain chances at all. Quick little update on the tropics, just this one system that we're tracking that has a 50-50 shot of development over the next 7 days. It's now just south of the Cabo Verde Islands, bringing a few of those storms to those areas. And by the time it gets over the central Atlantic, we'll really watch this closely to see if it becomes a named storm. And the next named storm on this list, for what it's worth, is Gabrielle. So we've not even completed the first column, and we are past the statistical peak of hurricane season. In case you're wondering, Imelda is that ice storm this year. We've had more ice storms retired in the Atlantic Basin than any other letter in the alphabet, because it's typically at around the peak where we get that ice storm, and a lot of ice storms have caused a whole lot of issues for the United States and other parts of the Atlantic Basin. So definitely something that we're going to be watching very, very closely. Now, if you have any headaches, if you're sneezing like crazy, you're not alone, because this allergy count is a doozy this morning. Weeds, grass, and mold with elevated levels of Alternaria to boot, all in the high count. Fall elm and ragweed are in the medium. So, yep. This is fall allergens about to be in full effect here in Central Texas. And when I saw all of this, I was probably having a bit of a migraine just looking at all of that. So, I mean, goodness, this was a, man, this allergy count is something else. We haven't had an allergy count like this in a minute. So you can find this each and every day on KVUE.com and the KVUE app, by the way. There's that 20% shower chance for your Monday, but then by the time we get to your Wednesday and Thursday and eventually a Friday, that area of high pressure does move in our direction and we heat up once again. The best chance of the triple digits at all during this period is going to be Friday, but honestly, the chances overall this week are going to be non-fi non. We don't expect any of those at all so far this week, and it doesn't look like we have a whole lot of questions right now, so what I'm going to say is allergens, make sure you have your allergy medicine if you're heading out to DKR today. Also, even if you're heading out to Waco, same story. You want to make sure you have that allergy medicine handy because the allergy count is absolutely crazy. But also, tropics, surprisingly quiet. We do have that one system near the Cabo Verde Islands that could be something that we're going to continue to watch. Also, most importantly of all, not a lot of rain chances unless we get to around Monday afternoon. And then again, it's only a 20% chance. So really not a whole lot of takeaways I have for you. Not a whole lot differentiates over these next 7 days. Could have a brief shower or two on Monday, but I'm not really counting on it. But by and large, come on back on KVUE News Weekend Daybreak starting at 8 a.m., which is in about a little under 45 minutes from now, and I'm going to have more of a detailed breakdown of everything as well as your forecast for the upcoming games today, maybe even some of the NFL games tomorrow. We've got a whole bunch of news headlines. We got my girl Malia Mazumoto anchoring this morning, so it should be a very, very nice time had between 8 and 10 a.m. on this amazing Saturday morning. So hope you join us then. But for now, meteorologist Jordan Derensberg, peace.